My screen is working here. Alright, so I didn't realize, I completely forgot to upload my review for Marvel's Avengers. I wrote it like, I don't know how long ago. Let me see. When did I write this? September. The end of September, though. So it's been a little while. But anyways, I'm going to read my review, and then I might have some extra thoughts after reading through it, because I did write it a while ago. I don't remember every single thing I wrote. But let's see what we got here. Just my score, my overall score was an 8 out of 10. Pretty high score, but I loved the game. Like, I really enjoyed it. So, this is what I wrote. Right? I want to start this by talking about the misunderstandings or confusion over Marvel's Avengers as a game as a service. I think the reason it's even seen as this is due to the fact that there will be content added to the game, as well as the fact that the game has microtransactions. The way I see it, Marvel's Avengers is mainly a campaign game that offers a decent amount of replay value. As far as I can tell and I'm aware of, this game is not intended to be a year or even years long event. People seem to be confusing it with an MMORPG. I started writing the above about a month ago, probably. Now I barely touch Marvel's Avengers. I'm okay with that. I got my fun out of it, and I think and feel it was totally worth it. Also, if I'm ever in the mood, I will play more. To me, it is very similar to something like Anthem, where it has replay value, but it lacks enough content to make me want to play it consistently. Originally, I had intended to level cap every single character in the game, and I still kind of do. I want to, and I hope one day I still will. I freaking love Marvel's Avengers. I think it's super fun. It does have issues like certain missions that overload you with homing missiles from every single possible angle, and the counter attack parry system is so delayed and unfluid, is that a word? That sometimes it's just beyond incredibly frustrating. But overall and generally, I have so much fun playing the game. The content, however, is lacking, and that's not something I'm angry about. The replay value is cool, like Anthem or even Destiny 1 and 2. There's just not enough different mission types to keep me playing continuously. The game is insanely fun, but I don't want to replay the same freaking missions 100 times. So I will play it whenever I happen to be in the mood, but I do have too many games to play. Maybe at some point Marvel's Avengers will surprise me and others with lots of new content. I know they plan to add new heroes, but without more content, that isn't really going to do much for me. I also remember they do plan to add more dungeons and even raids, but just how much is unknown. I believe that will depend on the active player base. Do they have enough players to make it worth adding a lot more content? We'll see. Either way, I thought the campaign was excellent, and I enjoyed the small bit of replay value. I would only recommend this game at full price to those that already wanted it, like I did, not to people that were curious. I definitely recommend the game at a $30 price tag or under, and it's not because of worth. It's more about the normalcy of us as players not having enough money to burn $60 in every game we want, soon to be $70. So that was my review, and I did mention Anthem, and it totally reminds me of Anthem because it's not quite the same as Anthem, where like this campaign in Marvel's Avengers, it actually feels like a full-blown story campaign. Anthem did too, but Anthem's campaign was played kind of through the regular world. The way you play the campaign in Anthem is more like playing the end game content throughout the story, and there just wasn't enough. And the same thing with this one, but this one actually has like, it feels more like a campaign, right? Like from start to finish. It just has a more story like feeling to it as you go through it. Like, I loved Anthem, but this one I thought was done better as far as the campaign goes. But they both, after you beat the game, they both lack content as far as I like. The content is great, right? Like, it's really fun, super cool, like just fun as heck to play. But I don't want to play the same small bits of missions over and over and over and over again to farm loot. If they were a little more randomized or something, maybe different enemy types. Although they do have kind of stuff like that. They have like tougher enemies and like these challenge things and stuff. But I don't know, man. It just content wise, it's not enough for me. Like, I want to do different things, and it's hard to explain, right? Like, I'd have to go into specific stuff. I don't know. I always think about Watch Dogs 1. I always think about Watch Dogs 1. It had the best replay value I've ever played in a game that I can think of off the top of my head, and that I can, like, they're the newest Assassin's Creed games that have like a ridiculous amount of content. But it's not all varied, Like, Watch Dogs 1 had like all kinds of different things to do. Uh, but anyways, no, Avengers is a really cool game. I love the campaign. And I probably would be playing more right now if I wasn't playing other stuff. I have way too many games I'm really into right now. Um, it's cool though. Like, it's a cool game. I'll never understand the like the amount of hate people go. People go to the extreme of hating a game. I sort of understand it because like I really hate the gameplay in Red Dead Redemption 2, but I don't hate the world and so like I think that's an incredible technical masterpiece, but gameplay it just drives me nuts, you know. But just to like hate a game and everything about a game, it seems a bit extreme to me, you know. Like I'm just like what? Like how do you hate a game that much? Because there are a lot of cool things about it. Like for example, just as an example, like I played EverQuest many years ago, and I could generally say I hated it, but I loved a lot of things about it. You know, like the overall certain grinds and stuff drove me nuts, and I couldn't stand that. But I loved a lot of things in it. You know, so I get it though. And he generalizes like, "Oh, that game sucks" and whatever. It's easy to generalize, you know. Probably a little too easy. Anyways, I scored the game an 8 out of 10. That's just my own personal score. And the way I score a game is just how much I enjoyed it. I don't score based like I guess if you, it's not a critique, right? For me, anyways, I'm not like adding points from certain different parts of it. I scored based on my overall enjoyment of it. And I'm gonna about to do another video for my Watch Dogs Legion review, and I'll talk about that. I'll mention it here just in case you never get around to watching it. But like my Watch Dogs Legion review, I didn't mean to do it, but almost everything is just this big complaint. Like my whole review is just complaining about everything. But I still scored an 8 out of 10, for example, because even though I have a lot of complaints, I loved the game. You know, like I love the game. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you around. Talk to you later. Bye.